Warren Middle School. Welcome to this year's Veterans Day ceremony. I'm Maddie Jelanovich, and today we will be honoring those who have bravely served our country. If you would, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Thank you, Miss Lee and Life Skills, for that beautiful rendition. Our next song will be a performance from our choir program. The song will be a collage saluting the U.S. Armed Forces. It features a collection of timeless tunes, reminding us of the debt we owe our men and women in the uniform.
Wars
Thank you, choir, for your performance. I'm Connor Dunn, and it is an honor to be a part of this ceremony. Up next, we have Sierra, who will showcase our in-house heroes.
Thank you, Connor. It is with great honor that I get to introduce you to our many selfless teachers who at one point fought and served for our country. Thank you, Coach Foz, Miss Averna, Mr. Lively, Miss Ziv, Miss Sheets, Mr. Dunlap, and Miss Klutz for your selfless service. We are so proud to call you our teachers. Here are a few clips to show you our appreciation.
Thank you, Ms. Sheets, for all you've done for our country.
Thank you, Miss Ziv, for serving our country.
Thank you, Coach Foz, for fighting for our country.
Thank you, Mr. Lively, for all the things you have done for our country.
Thank you, Mr. Lively, for defending our country.
Thank you, Miss Averna, for serving in the military.
Thank you, Ms. Klutz, for doing all that you have for our country.
Thank you, Coach Dunlap, for serving our country. Thank you, Mr. Lively, for serving our country.
Thank you, Miss Ziv, for your service.
Thank you, Miss Sheets, for fighting for our country. Thank you, Miss Verma, for saving our country.
Thank you, Ms. Sheets, for defending our country.
Thank you, Coach Foz, for serving in our Air Force.
Thank you, Coach Dunlap, for defending our country.
Thank you, Coach Foz, for defending our country.
Thank you, Miss Ziv, for serving in our military.
Thank you again to our in-house heroes. We now have a few messages from our heroes currently serving overseas.
Hey, I'm Master Sergeant Fernando Betancourt. I just want to give a shout out to my daughter, Addison Betancourt, and all her friends. You know who you are. Go Jackets.
Thank you to our military men and women, our classmates, and their family members for sacrificing your time apart. We hope to see you home soon. Up next, we have Coach Foz.
Hey there, this is Coach Foz. For 8 years in the Air Force, I was also known as Staff Sergeant Foznot. I'm originally from Columbia, South Carolina, and through my time in the Air Force, I was able to travel around different parts of the nation and the world. I was stationed in Mountain Home, Idaho. I spent time in Phoenix, Arizona, the Eastern Air Defense Sector in Rome, New York. I deployed twice, once to Kandahar, Afghanistan, and to Kirkuk, Iraq. One of the things that I valued the most about my time in the Air Force is the impact that it had on me. The core values of the Air Force are integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. And through those core values, it helped me understand how to grow up, how to be accountable for myself, what that means, and understand that my decisions alone are going to be responsible for the outcomes in my life. And it's not up to what other people do, and it's a waste of time essentially to blame other people for your own shortfalls, but it's essentially down to you. And within that, the Air Force and really any military branch you're going to get is that sense of team, that you got each other's back no matter what. You can goof around. You might not even like everyone that you work with, but when it comes down to it, you're going to have each other's back. And that's one of the things that I loved about it and respect about it the most. One of the things that I still carry from that to today is that the realization that there is no goal that's too small, that really reach for the stars and you try to do the best you can, and don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to work out of your comfort zone and experience something different and new. And through doing that, that's when you're going to really get the most growth out of yourself.
We would like to thank everyone who participated in our virtual Veterans Day program. You know, there are 2 times of year that we honor those who serve our country. Memorial Day, when we salute those who have fallen, and Veterans Day, when we honor our living legends. So for everyone who served, for everyone who has a family member who served, we want to say thank you. You're so important to us, and we thank you for fighting for our freedoms and making America what it is. God bless St. Martin Middle School, and God bless America.